soon.
I do have 0 radar because, again, I'm not fighting anyone that I'm like worried that they're gonna surprise attack me or overwhelm me in the air. So I've been pragmatically placing all of my production into specific things and ignoring others. I think I already have... Yeah, I'm already maxing out my infrastructure. I should probably just queue up a bunch of these. I'll be moving stuff around, but I like to at least have them in the queue, so if I forget about production for a while, I like to have maximum infrastructure in everywhere, basically. Oh, Japan's justifying a war against us. Yeah, let's upgrade our naval bases in Hawaii. Let's also get an air base in Hawaii. And let's get some anti-air guns in Hawaii, and I'll probably move those up the priority tree. Concentrated Industry 4. So I was gonna get some better transports. Landing craft. There we go. Since we have historical focuses on, I don't think there's any real chance that we can convince them not to go to war with us. So let's see. I guess we'll do destroyer production cost would be nice, but we're not really fighting a lot of submarines. We might be if we end up at war with Germany. So we could go battleships and base strike, but I think with how much we've put into planes already, we need to go carrier primacy. Missing equipment? No, there's not. Japan. How long until they justify a war against us? Probably not that long, actually. How's my Pacific Fleet doing? They've got pretty decent strength. Their carrier is carrying fighters, naval bombers. Yeah, I think we're okay to hold them off for a while. Did they end up winning in China? Because I was hoping they'd just get bogged down in China forever and not come after us. They still haven't made a lot of headway. Okay, what do I need more of? I guess I'll just bump up support equipment for the time being. Until I research something else that I actually need, like tanks or naval bombers. I could give the Pacific Fleet some more ships. That's a very good idea, actually. I'm building one more Brooklyn class in Pennsylvania, and then I will switch over to producing more stuff for the Pacific Fleet. The other thing is I control the Panama Canal, so I can bring my Atlantic Fleet over to fight the Japanese if I need to. It'll take them a while to get there, but I do have that option. Cut off China from supply by hunting convoys between mainland and Japan. That is an excellent idea, actually. Where is my... these guys, yeah. This is my submarine group. So I'm just going to call this Pacific Submarines. And I think it's Alt. I can never remember how to freaking change my naval orders. Pacific Submarines. Control click. No. Pacific Submarines. Alt right click. Control right click. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I have the range to do that. Or at least it's giving me some sort of warning sound when I try to do that. Oh, because I don't have a mission selected. Alright, so yeah, let's do convoy rating. Sea of Japan, East China Sea. That'll cut off the Yellow Sea. Is there anywhere else that they can supply from? Actually, I can just cut off Japan's main islands entirely. That's probably what I should be doing. There we go. Once they declare war on me, they're going to have an unhappy surprise. Thank you, Sir Jamo, for that suggestion. Alright, so... Tech research. We might want to go for excavation at some point here, just because we are getting to the point that we're running low on our native resources. Again, we can fix that by switching to a less open economy. But I am enjoying that science bonus for the time being, and the production speed bonus. I don't have any radar, but yeah, that should probably be a priority at this point. France has capitulated. Wow. To Franco, actually. Nationalist Spain took them. Germany's been bogged down in the Netherlands and Belgium forever, and it's like Spain comes up from the south. Italy, I can't... It looks like they might be pushing... Oh, yeah. So Nationalist Spain is like taking a lot of Allied territory in Africa. The Allies had like all of Africa locked down except for a little bit of Italy shortly ago. They also had expeditionary forces on the Italian mainland, but they've been pushed back. So yeah, this might not be as one-sided as we were thinking. The Swedish expeditionary force is still on the outskirts of Berlin. So you never know, it could kind of go either way. But yeah, now that France has capitulated, I can't imagine Belgium and the Netherlands will be able to hold out that much longer. They must be getting supplied with a lot of troops from England. Germany's at war with all of Scandinavia as well, including Sweden, so... I believe Belgium's in the war. Let's double check. Yeah, they joined the Allies. They are definitely in the war, for sure. Okay. What are we waiting on? Carrier primacy. Atomic research is just about to finish up. We're a little behind on that, but we should be able to catch up quickly because of our Manhattan Project bonuses. I was gonna say, what other companies were we gonna put in our motorized? Because we've got engineers, recon, we've got maintenance companies in there. All right, cool. My dockyards are finally free. So what does the Pacific Fleet need? Again, I don't want to build more carriers until I get a more advanced version of carriers, because they take so long to build that it's like not even worth it. If they're going to be outdated so quickly. They could use more light cruisers. I'll just build like 20 more light cruisers, and I might get a few more battleships too. So we got the Brooklyn class. We're gonna go ahead and deploy those in Los Angeles. Make sure that they did that correctly. I have to actually click on the port, so it'll have to be San Diego. Oh, here we go. California. And we're gonna assign all of our free dockyards to that. Let's build like... The interface isn't keeping up with my clicking. Build 24 light cruisers. Siamese Empire has capitulated to the British Raj. We've completed our atomic research and air skirmish. We're going to be fighting Japan soon, so I think it's time that we get some better carriers. Essex, Midway's a little bit off. Yeah, let's research the Essex class, and we'll start building some of those. I should also start building more dockyards while I'm thinking about it. Don't want to put all of my production into ships just yet. We're slightly ahead of time on infantry. Let's get better maintenance companies for our tanks and whatnot. I guess they're not doing anything right now, but what are we lacking in supply? Mechanized still? Well, here's what we can do. I'm going to take some off of support equipment because I think we're fine on support equipment, and then we'll put those on mechanized. And then we're now low on rubber again. Keep increasing our rubber buy amount from the UK, but it's fine because we have a billion factories. Almost finished with our airbase in Trinidad. We got radar, which is good. And then nuclear reactors are still 1.06 ahead of time, so I'll wait on that. Go and upgrade our support divisions more, since we're relying on them so heavily. And has Belgium capitulated? No, like seriously, the Reich cannot take any land in the Low Countries to save their lives. Oh, I just got carrier primacy, and then like after I started researching the next level of carriers, so smart me. Let's see if we can get all right, awesome. So we're gonna get air cobras. We're gonna research the carrier variant. We're also gonna get close air support and naval bombers as well. Yeah, we'll start with this, and then we'll do naval bombers. I don't have any carriers in this fleet, do I? Yeah, we'll need to fix that. And where can I fit some more dockyards? We'll use the Pacific Northwest as our naval production center. Yugoslavia joined the Allies. German Reich declared war on Yugoslavia. Not a smart move, in my opinion. When I play as Germany, I almost always get Yugoslavia to join the Axis. It's not that hard. I should also check to see if computer tech is ahead of time. I think we're caught up on it. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we can get it next time a tech slot comes free. It won't be ahead of time anymore. Landing craft are going to be very useful. Minus 50% naval invasion prep time, which is like one of the biggest barriers to naval invasions, is it takes so damn long. I'm just fascinated to watch this. The war in the Low Countries. Oh, it looks like they broke through. They're on the outskirts of Brussels. They're on the outskirts of Amsterdam. It looks like the Low Countries might finally fall. They have so many cities close together. Like it's like a chain reaction when you start to lose cities. I played a long game as the Netherlands, which actually was one of the most fun games I've played of Hearts of Iron so far. Even though they don't have a unique focus tree or anything, they're just a fun. They're small enough that you don't have way too much to worry about, but they're big enough that you actually can make a difference. You can actually build some depth and some infrastructure. I thought Paris fell a long time ago, but maybe they had a little enclave there. German Reich declared war on Bulgaria. Again, not a smart decision in my opinion. I almost always get them to join the Axis. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, he got Romania. That's funny, because I usually end up fighting Romania, but somehow Romania flipped fascist, so they're part of the Axis now. Even though they were as much victims of German foreign policy, you know, toward the beginning of the game as anyone else. It's kind of funny, actually. We've got a bunch of ships just sitting in port here. Light cruisers and destroyers. Should actually send them to the Pacific. I can go to port in Los Angeles. There we go. I haven't found a better way to merge fleets than to just send everybody back to port. So if anyone knows of a better way, that would be very helpful to me. Are my Pacific submarines not going and doing what I told them to? Seems like they're just hanging out here. Germany declared war on Greece. So the Axis might take Europe yet. It was looking like it might go the other way, but yeah, they haven't gone to war with the Soviets yet, and the Nordic countries are hanging on. Rudolf Hess died. It is true, the Netherlands is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. And one of the most industry-dense countries in the world as well. Economically dense, I guess, is the term I was looking for. Alright, so we're going to research carrier variant of that. We're going to immediately switch our fighter production over to the Air Cobra. And then once we get the carrier variant, we're going to move at least half of these factories into producing the naval variant. And People's Republic of China has capitulated. Axis is ascendant. Mao is out of the picture. They're really turning it around. We're gonna need to start a faction to hold them off. Might end up with a man in the high castle scenario here. These guys still being held up because there's not enough mechanized equipment. Oh, it's because I have so many divisions that need to be reinforced with mechanized. That's why. Alright, we've got free naval dockyards. I'm just going to start building carriers, but I'm going to wait until I research the next level of carrier tech. So I'll just put it on destroyers for now. Can always use more destroyers. Oh, cool. Sir Jamo's from Eindhoven. Maybe my fleet hasn't deployed yet because I didn't instruct them to do so, or because we're not at war with Japan yet. Okay, now I don't even know where my fleet even is. I get so confused trying to control navies in this game. Oh, they're way out there. Oh, they do have carriers. I was gonna say that would be weird if my Pacific fleet didn't have any carriers. All right. So, gonna merge these fleets. Think that should be everyone. Yes, I don't have any unassigned ships. And we're going to patrol Hawaii Ridge. The Northeast Pacific and the Western Seaboard. And I can finally take the Fascist Menace, but all that really does is give me a CB against Germany, so that's not that important. We'll go ahead and do escort effort. We'll finish off our naval tree. We'll get Liberty ships and all that good stuff. I also think I'm going to spend my Navy experience on carrier variants, and I might put my air experience into getting some better naval bombers and naval fighters. What does the Orange Plan against Japan give? Good question. So the first couple levels just make them hate us more, and then we get the Pearl Harbor Gambit, which we have to have 7 capital ships in Japan, and I think it just baits them into attacking us. And then finally the last one gives us a puppet focus against them and a claim on all their islands. So really it's just an antagonized Japan tree. It doesn't do anything for us directly. I don't know why these guys are not deploying where I told them to. Maybe I need to expand my naval bases out here. That's probably something I should be working on. So my naval bases in Hawaii are good. I'm going to set up a forward naval base here. Forward naval base on Wake. And yeah, let's do one on Midway as well. I also want air bases on all those islands. Although I do have carriers, so it's not 100% essential. I'm going to need to start getting radar stations up on my Pacific holdings too. Thinking about possibly coastal forts too, because they don't take very long to build, but we'll see. I was going to focus on getting some... Yeah. The Avenger. Get the naval variant for that.